What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here, and welcome back to another BFR. No, I did not get a haircut. I just put my hair back, and you know what? We're going to rock with it today because, honestly, why not change it up for the day? Game 62 versus the Nashville Predators at 7 p.m. on March 4th. It was the 186th birthday of the city of Chicago, so happy birthday to the city that I live with, I guess. I don't know. Hawks fantastically lose 3-1 to Nashville. They go to 21-36-5, getting all those losses, those sweet, juicy losses to get closer and closer to Bedard. If you haven't seen the TSN music video, I go recommend and watch it. It's called Bad for Bedard. TSN made a music video. It's fantastic. You got Jeff O'Neill in there, Bob McKenzie on the cowbell. It's a must watch. I think it's pretty good. So shots were 28-25 Chicago, hits were 27-25 Chicago, faceoffs 28-24 Nashville. Power play, Chicago goes 0 for 2, Nashville goes 1 for 3. Saros saves 27 out of 30. It's 27 out of 28. Mrazek saves 22 out of 24. If Saros saved 27 out of 38, he would have let in 11 goals, and that would have been something. Bjork and Zaitsev were both in for their debuts in Chicago. Cini and Phillips were both out. Radish is stopped early, and then at 19:23 of the first period, that's as in the first 37 seconds, it's a Chicago deflection goal by Seth Jones, his 8th of the season, from Athanasiou and Reichel with his 4th career point. Or I think fourth point of the season. I'm not sure of career points, but which makes it 1-0 in the first 37 seconds. That would be the only goal that would get past Saros the rest of the game. Hawks were pressuring early. They looked for more. Evangelista, that's his name. That's the one I was having trouble with during the game. Evangelista missed open net after Mrazek was down and out. Calfoot was hurt on a block. He was one of the defensemen. He's the defenseman acquired in the Tanner Jeannot trade. Of course, Tyson Barry was playing as well for Nashville. 12:02, Chicago penalty to Dickinson for boarding, and at 10:24, it's a Nashville power play tap-in goal for Philip Tomasino, 2nd of the season from Trennan and Sherwood to make it 1-1. That was weird. My screen just went black. Tomasino. We're getting ahead of myself. Anderson hits the crossbar. Joey Anderson has been snake bit. He has hit the post crossbar 4 or 5 times since he started, and he just cannot get one in. Tomasino runs to the locker room for a check after at 7:24. It's a Chicago penalty to Englund for boarding. Tomasino was falling as the hit was happened. There was no way Englund could have stopped, and it shouldn't have been a penalty. I don't think that. I really don't think that should have been a penalty. Jankowski then pushed Englund after Tomasino was down into Tomasino, so Jankowski, masterclass idiot for pushing his down a big guy into his down already teammate. So I'm not sure what Jankowski was thinking there. And somehow Trennan gets a roughing penalty out of it. So at 7:24, it's 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Chicago penalty to Englund for boarding, and Nashville penalty to Trennan for roughing. I don't even remember seeing Trennan in the play, yet he's the one who got the penalty. Kurashev is taken down, there's no call, and we go to the second period, where it's at 13:21, it's a Nashville penalty to Sherwood for interference, which would be killed. 7:52, and then it's a Nashville deflection goal. It deflects off the stick of Kurashev and shatters the stick as well. Tyson Barry with his first as a Predator, 11th of the season, from Novak and McDonough to make it 2-1. Nashville, never mind, that's too far ahead. 4:59, Chicago penalty to Gutman for hooking, which would be killed. And then at the end of the period, Nashville has an extra attacker after Chicago takes a penalty. They have an extra attacker out there for the last 40 seconds, and the penalty runs into the next period. I've rarely seen that, so that was interesting. So in the third at 20 minutes, it's a Chicago penalty to Englund for holding, 2nd penalty of the game, which would be killed. Caleb Jones saves a wraparound chance. Both teams have chances, just not very dangerous ones. That's why there's not been a lot written down. 10:36, Nashville penalty to Novak for hooking, which would be killed. Asplund is robbed. Yossi was not happy with Caleb Jones, and that causes scrum. And then on the replay, it showed that Caleb Jones punched Yossi in the face, so no one caught that, so that was pretty interesting. I can't believe no one caught that. Seth Jones has a chance that stopped, and Hawks pull the goalie at 1:35, and at 59.5 seconds, it's a Hawks timeout. 29.9 seconds, it's a Nashville empty net goal to Colton Sissons, 10th of the season from McDonough to make it 3-1. Then at the end of the game, Sisson slashes on Radish, and there's no call for that. So that ends the game, and only 20 more games left. Next game, I believe, is... When is the next game? I haven't actually checked yet. I'll have to check that after the video is done. Changes in the standings, you have LA, Seattle, and Edmonton going back and forth. You have Colorado, Minnesota, and Winnipeg going back and forth. Nashville moves ahead of Calgary as Calgary's just completely fallen off at this point. San Jose's moved below Anaheim, which goes well with my division predictions from the start of the year. These 5 teams just keep switching. The Islanders move above the Penguins. Matthews was hurt last night, blocking a shot. Boston could hit 50 wins as soon as the next 2 days, so that could be interesting. 50 wins in 63 games is unheard of, to say the least. Yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. So yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I also, of course, watched before I actually end this now, I did watch the Bruins-Rangers game yesterday. Bruins win that one 4-2. I did watch the Stars-Avalanche game. It was a back-to-back on ESPN. So Dallas destroys Colorado 7-2 in that one. And then you have Vancouver. I watched Vancouver and Toronto play while the Hawks game was going on, so I had 2 TVs on, and I was watching back and forth. So it was 4-1 for Vancouver there. So I did see Matthews get hurt. And, I watched 4 games of hockey yesterday, so today's going to be a nice break. I can take a break from that after 4 games. I don't know how the hockey guy does it, watching all those games at once. So once again, let's try that outro again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.